Okay. Basically, right now. I'm just going to be listing some problems I had with the Black Ops 2 multiplayer component. This is not going to be a review of the game because I already sort of reviewed this game and Halo 4, my other video that I posted a couple days ago. And basically, I'm just going to highlight some of the most nagging issues that I encountered and actually provide some examples of why I think this is probably the second weakest Call of Duty Online since World at War back in 2008. So the first thing is just the maps. The maps I feel like are very poor. There's only about three or four different maps on here that I actually like, or that are at least tolerable to me. Basically, there's about 14 different maps, and generally I only play on like the same like 5 or 6 throughout most of the game. I mean, I know they split them up a little bit based on like ground war and like team deathmatch and like all these other and like the smaller team-based modes. But I mean, it seems like you play on the same general maps every time, and the game doesn't really take advantage of any of the the full breadth or the full amount of the maps available in the game. So it feels like you're playing on the same maps. I personally don't like the maps. There's a lot of camping spots, and basically it's just a lot of these maps are just poorly designed, especially for more objective-based game modes like domination or something, where the flag's in the middle, and basically the flag is just it's so open to the point where you can just get shot from literally about 4 different directions when you're trying to capture like the B flag, because the B flag is usually in the center of the map, and it's just really frustrating when you're trying to do like objective-based gameplay here, and then you get like shot at from different directions, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I just think a lot of the maps are very poorly designed in general, especially for modes like ground war. I feel like there's too many people on the maps to the point where you can just get shot from so many different areas. Get what do you call it? Blindsided, I guess you call it, where you just get shot and you don't even know where the hell it's coming from. That's basically my issues with a lot of the maps. I just don't find them all that enjoyable to play. The one map that I'm playing, or that I was playing on with my friend here, it's called Hijacked, I believe. This is actually one of the better maps in the game, in my opinion, and I still enjoy it all that much, because some of it, I feel like the underground portion of this map isn't even used all that much, and like the rest of it, people just sort of camp out in like 2 or 3 different areas, and that's basically it. That's basically it with the maps. I mean, I just think that some of them are a little too big, some of them are a little just, I don't know, all over the place in terms of design. Like, there's not really a whole lot of good feel to them. Like, you have no idea where the people are gonna be. That's why I generally play objective-based modes, because when you have 3 different flags, you sort of have a decent amount of an idea of where people are actually gonna be. But I just didn't like most of the maps in general. Just too many camping spots, and just too many head glitching spots, which I'm going to talk about right now. And I felt like half the time I'm either being engaged, like I have to seek out the action again, like I have to sprint for like 30 seconds and just try and run to find people, or I get just like spawn killed instantly. That's basically it. It feels like that's very prevalent throughout my experience with the game. So now onto this head glitching. Head glitching, if you don't know, is basically like behind a barrel. If you're going behind a barrel, if you're crouching behind a barrel, if you're even just standing behind it and start shooting people, basically for some reason the game doesn't even detect, like it's inconsistent. Basically, if you're like behind a barrel, it shows that your gun, and ideally your head is above like the barrel or the crate or like a wall or something. And by the way, this map right here where I'm playing right now, like the center of that, like there's like 4 different barrels and 4 different corners, and you could like head glitch anywhere in the center area of that, in the map I'm playing on right now, literally in the area like where I just died. There's like a barrel right over there. You could just head glitch. But anyway, basically, so that's like what you see on your screen is basically your gun and your head is over there. On the other guy's screen, it's only going to be like the tip of your head. So essentially, the bullets are actually going to be coming out through the barrel or through the cover piece, whatever it happens to be. I'm just saying a barrel because it's like, I don't know, whatever it is in this map. But like there's different like crates or walls or anything like that. Low pieces of walls, crates, barrels, anything like that. People do that, and then essentially you can't even hit the guy's head because it doesn't even detect the guy's there. If you're trying to aim down the sights, because the guy's, and it's not even like the full head. It's like sort of like the tip of his head's available, because it just like the bullets come straight out of out of that piece of cover that the person's hiding behind. So there's absolutely no way you're actually going to be able to kill the guy because you can't get a lock on him, and the guy already sees you coming. So the only way to really counter that is if you like literally spray before, like you have to assume the guy's there and literally spray before you even see the guy and hope to God that you kill him. So, and they haven't really fixed the head glitching problems. I mean, it has been a problem in the past Call of Duty games, I suppose, but I have never really encountered it to this frequently compared to any of the other Call of Duty games. It's very frequent in this game. My next point is bullets don't really detect like after you die. Essentially, like for example, if I use the shotgun, I use the last shotgun. It's like a 4-round burst gun, and if I shoot basically like 2 bullets. And basically I die, it might only register 1 bullet, even though I saw like my gun light up twice or whatever. It doesn't detect some bullets, so that's why like even though I die, the guy should be dead. But the thing is, it just doesn't register my bullets after I fire it. Maybe just because I die, like it's too quick of a span in between the time when I die and like because the bullets, essentially I die, but the bullet I fired is already out of my gun and somehow it just magically disappears, so it doesn't land on the guy. That's what I have a problem with, because essentially during a lot of my deaths I feel like we both should have gone down, essentially, realistically, because those bullets don't magically disappear. They don't impact on them. Like for example, I'm using my shotgun here. Like it starts out with 16 bullets or whatever, and if I shoot someone like 2 times or 3 times, it might only register 1 or 2 of those bullets when there really should have been like an extra 1 or 2 bullets that I actually fired. If you know what I'm talking about, it just doesn't register that, and that really pisses me off. My next point is the spawning in the game. Basically, half the time, like you could just spawn and literally walk for like I don't know. Less than 10 seconds, like 5 seconds, and you literally get killed from behind. And actually, essentially, I was playing on Nuketown because they have that Nuketown thing where if you buy the game, you can just download it or whatever. Basically, you just get spawn killed. Like if there's a guy like that has an airstrike or whatever on that map, you literally get like spawn killed instantly. Literally, like I couldn't even control my guy, and I literally just dropped down. Half the time. It's just very annoying, the spawn killing, because it doesn't even give you a chance. Like it depends. I mean, I understand spawn killing if the team actually sucks, but the game just purposely fucks you over to the point where you just get spawn killed instantly, because you can't control where the hell you spawn unless you have tactical insertion. But that doesn't even come until like in the mid 40s levels at least, if not in the level 50 area. So you're essentially going to be fucked throughout most of your playing time throughout the game until you level up to that point, which is going to be hours and hours of playing time before that even happens. So yeah, I think that's really very annoying. So like either I've been spawn killed, or you literally see some guy spawn and then you kill behind him. I mean, it's just bullshit. My next point is basically people kill you when they don't actually hit you, and this goes with the theater mode, which I think is very inconsistent. I'm going to show you some clips after this little match. Basically, that my friend encountered some big bullshit. Essentially, like what I mean by this is that sometimes, literally right here. You see, okay, I don't know if you saw on the bottom screen right there. Basically, my friend was trying to shoot that guy, and the guy was literally facing almost the exact opposite direction, yet his bullets still registered on him. So essentially, he wasn't even aiming in his direction, yet he still killed my friend there. That's what I'm saying. Like, these guys, they aim, like, the bullets somehow register, even though the guys are aiming, like, literally a foot off from the guy, from whoever you're supposed to be killing. And I think that's really fucking annoying. I'm going to be showing a clip here in theater mode, more, in more depth and detail about that specific incident if you missed it. It's around like the 8:20 mark on this video so far, but I'm going to be later on. I'm going to be showing you exactly the details up and close. But that's a huge issue, because it just goes into the factor that this game doesn't really require any skill, and you could literally just like shoot in the general direction, and literally you can just kill the guy, and it takes no skill, and it's all like the game's fucking fault. The next thing is inconsistent weapons in terms of their damage. Like specifically for shotguns, sometimes like I could, like from 10 feet away I could kill someone in 2 hits, yet like 15 feet away they take like 4 hits to kill or something. Just very inconsistent in terms of the amount of damage people take at varying distances. Or I'm sorry, like in terms of the weapons, like how powerful they are. It just seems very inconsistent in that regard. Another issue I have with the game is domination and being split into two halves. There's like, instead of like one 10-minute match, there's now two 5-minute portions. Like they split it in half, so you just automatically respawn. It just disrupts the flow of the game, and it hasn't been done in any of the other Call of Duty games before. And I literally really don't understand the point of why that happened here. Because in the other games, it just disrupts the flow. I mean, it's like in Team Deathmatch if they did that, you know, it's just like you need to have full matches. I don't like matches having like different rounds. It's just not my style, and it didn't happen before, so why in God's name would they fucking change it? I don't understand that. It disrupts all flow, and it literally, like, if you're about to kill someone, like, all rounds over, too bad, you know. If you just get like on a kill streak, it just interrupts all momentum. 5 minutes is literally, it's just not enough, really, in terms of actually establishing sort of any flow or rhythm to the game. When it takes like literally a minute just to get any before at least 30 seconds before the teams even start to shoot at each other. So it's just a bunch of bullshit there. The arc of the grenade is shortened. So essentially, when you're throwing a grenade, it seems like they go a lot shorter and, you know, not as high into the air as they did before. I mean, essentially, I guess the point there was so that they could stop people from like spamming grenades across the map. But literally, like, you're not going to be able to kill, like, if you're playing domination or whatever, like if you're trying to go like on the B flag or whatever, if you're trying to shoot someone, you literally have to be within like 15 feet of the B flag in order to actually get any kills with your damn grenade. And I think that's really frustrating, especially since like grenades used to be actually fairly efficient. Now I literally don't even have my grenades in my inventory or my, you know, custom class anymore because they're completely fucking useless. The next thing is these 3 additions, basically Hunter Killer. Basically, this is like some fucking like electric little plane that you literally throw in the air, and it like hovers around the map until it's almost like those in like the Modern Warfare games where you have like the Predator missile. It's sort of like a version of that, except you don't really control it. It sort of automatically kills the guy, and literally you can't defend against it at all, and you literally don't even know when it's going to come at you. At least in the Predator missile, you can tell. I mean, I think it told you when someone on the other team is like, oh, Predator missile inbound or something. So it gives you a couple seconds of opportunity to escape. In this game, it literally just comes at you out of nowhere, and you have no idea that it's going. So literally, I might be running around the map, and I just drop dead from that thing. I think that's a very unnecessary addition to the game. It literally doesn't add anything at all, and it just sucks a lot of the fun right out of the game. The electrical grenades, I think, are very annoying. Basically, what these do, they paralyze you for about 3 or 4 seconds, and they don't allow you to move. They cover up a good portion of your screen, and basically you're fucked when you're going to do that, because essentially what they did here is that, this is sort of a side point, I don't even have this on my bullet points here, but essentially they have the UAV. You're going to be on the UAV the whole time unless you get a silencer on your guns, but basically you don't have like the fucking UAV jammer, or you don't have Ghost until literally level 55. So if you're planning on prestiging, you're not going to be having that fucking perk for very long. You know, you're not going to have it, so you're going to be on the UAV, and if like someone chucks this electrical grenade at you, or like any of these stun grenades, you're going to be fucked because you're on the radar. So essentially everyone knows where you are, and you're literally paralyzed there for, you know, a fair amount of time, to be honest with you, and those guys are going to fucking kill you. The electrical grenades, especially, I think if you have 2 of them at once, it doubles the duration. I may be wrong on that, but it seems like people chuck multiple ones at you, and if you literally get chucked at twice, it extends from like 2 or 3 seconds to like 5 or 6 seconds. So literally, you're paralyzed and you're on the UAV, so you're fucked. I think the most annoying new addition to the game is this thing called the Guardian, which it has like some, not radiation, but it's like a microwave emitter kind of thing. But basically, it's essentially just like, it has like a wave, or just like an area where it has all this microwave air, or like, I'm just gonna say radiation or whatever. It just like radiates the air, so if you even step there, it slows down your whole step to the point where you hardly can move, and it drains your health relatively quickly. If you're in there for like less than 5 seconds, it's gonna kill you. And essentially, it has like it has a long range. It seems like that thing can get you from like 50 feet away, literally. Like you could be literally 50 feet away from it, and you just automatically are sucked into its little area. And essentially, it has good length and good, like a large amount of width too. It has like, you know, about 30 feet of width. so it's going to be like expanding on an area, and it goes far. So essentially, it's very overpowered. Especially like I remember on the hijack map that I played, literally people put like 2 of them on either side of the doorway of like there's like those 2 building segments, and people literally placed them outside of the fucking building, like 2 of them, so it blocked off half the fucking map. So then you had to go underneath, and so it forces players to go other fucking ways, and it blocks off half the map when you're trying to play domination and get that fucking B flag. And you can't even get it because that thing's gonna fuck you over, and you can't hardly shoot at it because A, there's gonna be people there nearby when you're sucked into that, when you're in that little area where the thing's fucking radiating you or whatever. You're fucked anyway because you can't turn, you can't move hardly at all, so you're gonna be fucked there, and the thing's draining your health anyway, so you're gonna be fucked instantly. And the thing I think takes a fair amount of damage too from like an assault rifle or anything. You literally have to go up there with a shotgun and go in there. Literally from like, and you have to waste a couple rounds to do it. But the thing is, it would be easy if you're on the other side of it, and literally, if on a map like Hijacked, it's impossible to get on the other side without like taking a significant amount of time to get there, like using an alternate pathway. So I fucking hate that. I've not heard anyone who actually likes the addition of that Guardian thing. It just fucks up everything. Now, another problem I have with this is not necessarily the in-game play shit, but basically the camo level up. Essentially what happened, this is just like to get more camo, you have to perform headshots, except for the shotgun where you have to do like the fucking, you have to get one-shot kills. I think this is very, it works for some guns, like a sniper rifle, obviously, but essentially it forces you to change your playing style in the sense that some of these guns just simply aren't fit for getting headshots, or, in other words, they're not known for their accuracy. For example, they still have to force you to do headshots with a submachine gun, and literally these guns are meant to be like, you know, spraying guns, like hip fire. They're not supposed to be aiming down the sight. They have, like, no fucking range, so literally it's just like, you know, whatever. And you still have to get headshots with it. And another problem, like with a shotgun at least, I use the last shotgun, which is like a 4-round burst, and literally you're gonna have a better chance of getting like the fucking one-hit kill with the first shotgun, where it's actually like the pump action shit, as opposed to this one, where like each bullet takes less damage. I mean, or inflicts less damage on your opponent. So it feels like some guns are easier to get. Unfairly easier to get headshots with in terms of their accuracy and in terms of their damage compared to like for headshots and even in the shotgun category. And speaking of headshots, it seems like the headshot system is really inconsistent. I might be shooting at a guy like in the chest or in the arm, and it says I get a headshot. And sometimes, literally one time I remember I was hip firing from someone from about 15, 20 feet away maybe, and he was literally going into another room, and I shot through like a fucking brick wall, and it somehow got a headshot, even though I was about like a foot behind where the guy was running, and I got a headshot. So literally, it seems like I'm more likely to get a headshot from hip firing as opposed to aiming down the sight, which I think is complete bullshit. The next thing is lag. Lag compensation. A lot of the maps I've played in, because I have Ethernet connection, and essentially it fucks you over when it has like the whole lag compensation bullshit they're dealing out here. And essentially, like, a lot of the games are very laggy. Sometimes, since they're all relying on like host connection, so sometimes like midway through the match, it might like go migrating hosts, and it literally takes like 30 fucking seconds sometimes, and it switches, and it's really annoying, especially when you're about to kill someone and he was about to die, but now he knows you're there, so like it sort of resets that whole battle sequence to the point where whoever fucking pulls the trigger first is going to kill each other, or is going to kill the other person, whereas opposed to I would have killed the guy if he didn't see me beforehand. That's fucking annoying. And also lag compensation, especially when you're like running away from someone and you go behind cover and you get killed and it shows on the other guy's fucking screen that you weren't behind cover. That's just lag compensation, and it seems like it almost favors people with shittier internet connections, to be honest with you. And I don't appreciate that at all. And now the servers, obviously there's no dedicated servers on here, so lag compensation and all this other slowdown time is going to be apparent throughout in a lot of the matches that you play. Unless the host obviously has a fucking good connection. And clearly that hasn't exactly been the case. I mean, unless you're going to have some guy with like brilliant Wi-Fi or like an Ethernet connection like mine, and unless someone like that with that good level of connection is the host, then you're essentially fucked over throughout the whole map, like the whole match, even if you have good connection, which I think is completely fucking unfair. It fucks people over with good connection, you know, with this whole lag compensation bullshit. People with good connection should be able to fucking play the game properly and not get bogged down by all this other fucking bullshit. So, without any further ado, I'm going to be showing you these other fucking clips that literally demonstrate how bullshit this game truly is online. Here's a good example right here in terms of how bullshit this game can actually be. My friend isn't in the picture yet. See that guy on the far side right there who just chucked that grenade? Okay, that guy gets killed. My friend's going to enter frame right about here. He's right there on the, close to the camera right now with a gold shotgun. And the guy shoots him like that. And he wasn't even aiming at him. Bullshit. Right? I'll show it again. Here's another example right here. Basically, my friend is going to be on the upper end of this staircase right here. I believe he's already in frame with the gold shotgun right there. And the guy who kills him is right there. Pauses right here. Alright. You see the guy shooting with his pistol or whatever. He shoots with his pistol from like literally it was just bullshit. Here's example number 3 right here. This guy is going to be shooting in the first person here, and he shoots my friend, and his red dot sight is literally about a foot to the right of my friend there. And literally, he's not even aiming anywhere near him hardly. It's complete and utter bullshit. On to the last and probably best example. This is when that guy I talked about it earlier. He shoots my friend and kills him when he wasn't even aiming at him. Completely, he was facing in the opposite direction. Just look, right? He's completely behind him, and he's not even aiming at him. I mean, what the hell is this? It's going to be shown from his perspective this time, after this. But it's just bullshit. Like, here, this guy's perspective right here. And it's going to show something completely different. Like, it actually shows him fucking aiming at him right there. And it doesn't show it at all from my friend's when my friend played it, or when that happened at all. It's just bullshit. You know, I mean, this isn't about skill or accuracy anymore. This is about luck of the draw and hoping that your bullets impact right now. It's just bullshit. I mean, I used to like Call of Duty. You know, I liked Modern Warfare 3, even though like a lot of people hated that game. And this is the first Call of Duty game since World at War where I've actually had serious multiplayer frustrations at the game. I think there needs to be a drastic overhaul, and Call of Duty cannot continue to function like this if the multiplayer has any of the problems like this. They need to fix this ASAP if they want people to continue playing their games. You know, they're just shipping these things out every year with like minimal changes, and they're not improving anything. I mean, in fact, like everything seems to be worse from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 2 here, and there needs to be a serious change. Otherwise, I used to defend Call of Duty before for thinking they're actually well-developed games, but the multiplayer here, I don't know what the issues are, if there's server or anything, but this no longer has anything to do with player skill. It's all about the game deciding like whether or not to let you have the kill. It's just bullshit, and there needs to be a change ASAP.